Basically, this gives us an 80 to 90% chance of winning the round because the fire would last for 7 to 8 seconds. Hello, I am Haodong from EDG Valorant team. I'm also the leader of the team. Welcome to this episode of ZOWIE Esports Class. In this episode, I'm going to show you some tips for playing as Brimstone on the map Bind. When we are the defending team, if you're defending a site, Brimstone can take the best advantage. Here is a tactic to cast a smoke. When we choose Brimstone, whether you're in a competitive mode or a competition, usually the enemy will choose Viper as their secondary controller. 80% of Vipers place their toxic screen in this position. They'd place a toxic screen straight from there to here. At this moment, we can place our sky smoke onto this box at A side. Then we walk into the smoke and aim up, cast a smoke after Viper places her toxic screen. When the screen rises, we don't need to watch our right-hand side. No one will pierce through the screen to find us. We stand in the smoke at this moment, you only need to aim above the box. When we aim in this direction, you've got the upper hand. From the attacker's point of view, when hopping onto this box, they usually wouldn't notice what's happening down below. On the other hand, when we fire at them, they could only see the top of our head. They could hardly see us in this position. Next, let me explain why we choose Brimstone here on Bind. It's because of his incendiary. He could line up his smoke to defend the spike. When we play as Brimstone on the attacking side, how can we cast smoke at A side when we know that the enemy's location, for example, when there are a bunch of enemies at A bath, we could place these 3 smokes and plant the spike nearby and attack A bath through A shore. Pinch the enemies here, then we can plant the spike safely. If you don't want to pinch the enemies at A bath and you know there are many enemies over there, we could place the other 2 smokes here. You only need to plant the spike and then cooperate with your teammates. Just delay the enemies until the spike detonates and the victory is yours. Just place these 2 smokes. Actually, the enemy can't see these smokes from A bath. You need to cooperate with your team. Secure A lamps first. Come to this place. Plant the spike in front of the truck. After planting the spike, we can go back to a cubby right here beside this barrel. Use our incendiary, then we can do a lineup to aim precisely. You use the top of this icon as the reference point, this triangle. I wonder if you can see this triangle. Aim at this point and left click to fire, wait for the fire to reach the spike. Basically, this gives us an 80 to 90% chance of winning the round because the fire would last for 7 to 8 seconds. Is the end of this episode of ZOWIE Esports Class. These are some tips on playing as Brimstone on Bind. Play like a pro.